This video is about slope using a graph, and our goal is I can find the slope of a line given a graph. First, let's start with some review exercises. Go ahead and pause the video and try them on your own, and then we'll check them together at the end. The directions say solve each equation. So for number 1, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 2. So I'm going to do 2 times 5 is 10x, and then 2 times a negative 1 is a negative 2, so minus 2, equals, now I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times 11 is a positive 33. Okay, next I want to isolate the variables on one side of the equation. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides of the equal sign. So 3x minus 3x is 0. So that cancels, and then 10x minus 3x is 7x. So we have 7x, bring down the negative 2, equals 33. Next, I'm going to continue to isolate the variable on the left side since it's already on the left side. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides of the equation. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0, so that cancels. Now I have 7x is equal to 35. Last step, I'm going to divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, so we have 1x equals 35 divided by 7 is 5, so x equals 5. For our second equation, first I'm going to distribute the 5. So first I'm going to bring down the x, plus 5 times x is 5x. 5 times a negative 1 is a negative 5, equals 7. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. I have a 1x and I have a 5x. So 1x plus 5x is 6x. Bring down the negative 5, equals 7. Now we want to isolate the variable. Since the variable is already on the left side of the equation, I want to move everything else over to the right side of the equation. So first I'm going to add 5. So negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Then we have 6x equals 7 plus 5 is 12. Next I'm going to divide both sides by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we have 1x equals 12 divided by 6 is 2. So our answer is x equals 2. Okay, let's talk about slope now. So what slope is the vertical change over the horizontal change. And you've probably heard this before, rise over run, that's another way to think of it. So when we think vertical change, think about the change that moves up or down, and then for horizontal change, that's moving left or right. Let's try some example problems. So when you do these problems, you always want to think of reading from a book, so always start with the point on the left and then move to the right. So this point right here is the furthest to the left. So for slope, we first want to see how far did it go up, or what's the vertical change. So I'm going to start from this point, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So the vertical change was 3. And now let's look at the horizontal change. goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, went 5 to the right. So our slope for this is going to be 3 over 5. Let's try the next one. So for the next one, again, we want to think of going from left to right. So I'm going to start with my point furthest to the left, which is this one right here. So in this problem, I'm going down 1, 2. So if you're going down, that's the same thing as a -2. So that's our vertical change. And then our horizontal change, we're moving 1, 2, 3 to the right. So therefore, our slope is -2 over 3, or -2/3. Now, when we have a horizontal line, which is what we have for number 3, the slope for this will always be 0. So any horizontal line you will see, it will always be 0. Now let's look at this vertical line right here. So for a vertical line will always have a slope of undefined. So undefined. So again, horizontal line, a slope of 0. A vertical line, the slope is undefined.